Today's video will be focusing on the financial eligibility requirements for the UK Visits visa application that normally guarantees success. I have tried and tested what I am about sharing, and it has proved success not just once or twice but several times. Most visa rejections stems from this area, so please take your pen and book and write these down. This is the part 2 of the UK Visits visa application series. In part 1, in my previous video, we covered how to prove the purpose of visits and strong home ties, and also shared a copy of an invitation letter. If you missed it, please be sure to check it out, as this is going to be a continuation from previous video. When applying for a UK Visits visa, one of the main concerns of the UK Home Office is whether you can afford your trip without relying on public funds. The visa officer wants to see that you have enough money to cover your expenses and that your financial situation makes sense based on your income, savings, and spending habits. Key reasons financial proof is needed. 1. To show you can afford your travel, accommodation, and daily expenses. 2. To prove you won't overstay due to financial struggles. 3. To ensure your funds are genuine and legally obtained. How much money is enough? Someone may ask. There is no fixed amount set by the UK Home Office, but you should have enough money to cover your flights, accommodation, daily expenses, and any dependents traveling with you. For flights expenses, check price of return tickets for your stated dates of travel. For accommodation expenses, ensure this is catered for by the friend or family hosting you. If otherwise, check on bookings.com and book for either a hotel or Airbnb. Look out for a free cancellation or no prepayment option. Book with no deposit and cancel anytime without any penalty charge. For daily expenses, I personally and normally prove the same amount Home Office requires international students to evidence as finances towards their living expenses for a student's visa. Currently, it is £1,483 per month for London stay, and £1,136 per month for outside London stay. Divide this amount by the number of weeks you will be staying to have an idea of your estimated weekly expenses. As I told you earlier on, Home Office did not state the amount of money required to prove as personal expenses. Hence, I always take this approach to be on the safer side, which proves successful always. Daily expenses include money for shopping, transportation, food, etc. during your visits. Add all three costs, that's the flights, accommodation, and daily expenses stated above, and ensure this amount is in your bank account as at the time of application. What are the acceptable financial documents? To prove you have sufficient funds, you need to provide authentic financial documents. 1. Bank statements. For your last 6 months, bank statements. Please ensure these documents are genuine, as the consequences of providing fake documents are dire. UK visa officers do verify these bank statements. I suggest you use your salaried bank accounts. Ensure your salary matches what is stated on your payslip, clarifying any conflicting amounts in your cover letter. My husband's visa was previously rejected because we failed to clarify certain details on the payslip and bank statements. On his payslip, the salary stated was more than the amount reflecting in his account. The reason is that part of his salary is paid to him as fuel allowance on a fuel card, which does not reflect in his account. We forgot to give this explanation in the cover letter and assumed the visa officer should know. This led to his visa refusal. We also failed to clarify certain large deposits or transactions in his bank accounts. Below is how we rectified this mistake, leading to a visa approval. Very important tips to take note. Use a cover letter to explain any large deposits, typically any amounts about twice or more than your salary. State and show with documents where you got the large funds from. Is it from investments, gifts from friends or family, sale of a property, other businesses, etc.? This is referred to as the source of funds. So you need to prove your source of funds. Evidence these with documents. We also used the same cover letter to clarify the mismatch on his bank account statement and payslip. We added an additional document known as the full card statement, evidencing all payments made by the employer as full allowance. Your bank balance should also align with your income sources reported. Do not make any assumptions. Also, do not leave any huge amounts of deposits lying idle in your bank account without making further transactions. Keep making deposits and withdrawals appropriately. 2. Aside your bank statement, you must provide a copy of your payslip. Mostly we use the 6 months, latest payslip. Employment letter also, and also you need to add an introductory letter from your employer. These documents shows steady income and your employment status. 3. As discussed in my previous video, if someone is sponsoring an aspect of your trip, then you need a sponsorship letter from the sponsor. An invitation letter can replace this letter in case the host is the same as the sponsor. You must provide sponsors financial proof, thus bank account statements, payslip, employment letter, and proof of relationship. Remember, we covered this in our previous video. For self-employed, you must submit all the documents I have elaborated above and the ones I am about mentioning. You need to submit tax returns. This proves income legitimacy and financial responsibility. You also need to provide business registration documents and business bank accounts, typically 6 months. This is a sample of the cover letter I use. Guys, this is a sample cover letter I normally use. On the left hand side is the applicant's address. So you state your address and the date and your telephone number. In your home country, you state the date here. And then down here is the visa office address in your home country. You state it here. You come to the body of the letter, application for a UK visitor visa. I am writing to apply for a UK standard visitor visa to visit the United Kingdom from, state the start date and the end date here. The purpose of my visit is, you state the purpose of your visit. Is it for tourism purposes? Is it to visit family or friends? Is it to attend business meeting? You state it here. I am, for instance, a banker working at XYZ company in Ghana. You state it here. I have been employed for instance, 4 years, and my monthly income is, you state the amount here. I have attached a letter from my employer confirming my employment status. I have also attached my bank statements and pay slips evidencing sufficient funds to cover my travel expenses. Additionally, I have family responsibilities, including mention the responsibilities that you have. So let's say you are supporting your spouse and children, you are caring for elderly parents, you have a family-owned property or business that you are managing, further confirming my intention to return after my stay. State if someone is sponsoring part of your trip or expenses here. So for instance, is someone inviting you over to UK? If yes, is the person supporting you with accommodation or daily expenses? Please state it here. All right. Then next paragraph, I would like to provide clarification regarding the large deposits in my bank account. On You state the date as it corresponds on the bank statement. I received a deposit of, you state the amount here, from, you state the source. Where did you get it from? All right. Is it from a business income? Is it part of your business income? Is it from a sale of property, loan repayment, family gifts? State it here. This transaction is legitimate and I have attached supporting documents such as sale agreement, gift deed, loan agreements, business records to verify the source of funds. As I told you earlier, it is very necessary you verify your source of funds with documents, all right? I assure you that these funds are available for my travel expenses and that I have no intention of overstaying or violating any UK laws, all right? It's as simple as that. So after this, if you have any other, conflicting information that you need to verify or you need to clarify, please state it in this letter. For instance, in my husband's case, his pay slip salary amount stated there that did not match the amount of money that every month comes into his account. So we needed to explain it that part of that money is his full allowance. So we needed to explain it in this letter. All right. Don't assume they know because they are not in your shoes. All right. I hope this information was helpful. Please take your time and go through this information shared and start gathering your documents. But after all is said and done, please do not forget to pray. Pray that the Lord grants you success and favor in the sight of whoever will be auditing your documents. Prayer works. Do not forget that. In my next video, which is the part 3, we'll look at common mistakes people make that get their visa application rejected. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Click on the like button if you found this helpful. Also, drop your thoughts or question in the comment section and let's get interactive. See you in my next video. Stay blessed. Bye.